Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule to stop in and see what it is I'm up to. Today is April 12th, 2020, and we are on our 31st day, here locally anyway, counting from the 13th of March. We are on our 31st day of this isolate in place, quarantine at home, stay away from people, beat the coronavirus thing that's going on. It's got the whole world messed up. So, and this is Coffee with Doc, Sunday. So, it is 77 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now. That's 25 degrees Celsius according to Google. We have a 78% humidity. There is rain all over the area, although we're not going. It doesn't look like we're going to get much today. Maybe tomorrow, but yeah. So how y'all making out with this isolating place? I'm doing pretty good, actually. I mean, I'm basically a hermit anyway. I like being by myself, even when the old Miss was still alive. We had our own things to do. I mean, we interacted together occasionally, but I had my chamber of chaos, and she had her thing going on, and we even basically slept at different times. She'd go to bed at like 10 or 11 o'clock. I wouldn't go to bed until 7. So we were pretty much loners, even though we were together. So, and I've always been that way. I've always liked being out by myself, and I guess I just like my own company. There's been a lot of incidences of domestic violence here locally, and from what I gather from other areas, other papers that I peruse online and whatever. All that is up. People are, you're hemmed in with your significant other and children if you have them, and I know how it gets over at daughter's house at Pandemonium Palace. I can't imagine putting up with that 24/7. I mean, for weeks at a time. No, I'd have those kids each locked in their own closet. Or I've always said this. One of the best things to do would be to make an outfit out of Velcro, and then make a Velcro wall. I saw this actually on some TV game show or whatever. I think out of Japan, and they would like run up a ramp and jump at the wall and stick to the wall with their Velcro suit, and then they couldn't get off. But yeah, I think about that. It's like, take your kid and put him in his Velcro suit and just stick him to the wall. All right, now, I know where you're at. You can't get in any trouble, and you'll get tired of screaming after a while. Oh, yeah, I know. Child services would have a blast with me, wouldn't they? I'd be in cuffs. At least I'd be by myself. Oh, but I mean, seriously though, it's it's got to be rough on some of y'all, or just people out there in general. So, and there's no real end in sight. Another month, maybe 6 weeks. This is getting to be serious. So. It does get lonely a little, at times. I mean, I'm like, fortunately, yesterday, my daughter brought the two little guys, 3 and 4. They each had their masks on, and they're like, "This is to keep our germs in us." So, but they came over and they took out the trash for me, and they walked around the yard and picked up all the plastic bags that I had from planting, and they were carrying sticks. They love going down to the dumpster. They think it's the greatest thing in the world. So, Mom and I stood in the yard and out by the truck and talked, and the littles did what they were doing, and they were having a grand old time, getting a little bit of exercise. They got out of the house. They're kind of really cooped up right now because my daughter decided to sell her house just as this all hit, and they had moved in with her mother-in-law into her 2-bedroom condo. My daughter's got 5 boys. Excuse me. 2 of them go to their biological father a couple days a week. But there are, like 5 days a week that they're all in that little 2-bedroom condo. And Grandma spends a lot of time hiding in her room. They actually not even her room. She's in the guest room. They usurped her from her own bedroom. How do you like that? They came in and said, well, this is the biggest bedroom, and, we could put all the mattresses down in here and, have that. So, but yeah, that place it's got to be, oh my goodness. I call the other one Pandemonium Palace, and they each had their, that was a 4-bedroom mansion, of course, compared, blah, 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 compared to where they're at now. But anyway, it'll work out. And Grandma says that she loves it, so I'm sure she does. I'm sure she's also like, once they leave, that she'll love the peace and quiet again too. But I do miss having them over here, and it's not just having them as my minions, but just have that's all, Doc. Just having them all, here. It's I don't know. I can't really describe it, but they did a great job yesterday. I was like, I've got a few things in the hallway that need to be picked up and put on top of the wash machine, and they went through and they picked up everything that was on the floor. I mean, they put dust bunnies up on top of the wash machine. It was great. So, just just little stuff like that. But other people are, getting things done. People, stuff that people have put off for ages, and now it's like, oh well, I've got nothing but time. Let's put up a porch. Yeah, well, good thing you got nothing but time, man. Go to Home Depot, right? I talked about this the other day, and it's actually worse than what I expected, what I suspected. My son-in-law is a contractor. He rebuilds mobile homes and whatnot for most of this area. Most of the companies around here use him because he's got the best prices and he does the best work. And I mean, that's just the way it is. It's a little bit of bragging, but it's the way it is, But a lot of those places have accounts at Home Depot. So he went there the other day, and he had to stand in that line, him and his worker. And at first they were going to split him up. It's like, no, I need my help. So, but they let them both in, and he bought several $1,000s worth of stuff and had like 4 of their big buggies full. I don't know what he had, but he had 4 of the big carts that they have slapped full of supplies. So he went up and he paid, and he rolled it. Him and his worker rolled the two carts out and unloaded them. Then he turned to come back in again, and they wouldn't let him in. He had to go stand in that line again. He's like, but got my stuff sitting there. Oh, you have to go stand in that line. I've got like $3,000 worth of stuff sitting on those 2 carts. Why can't I just come in this door and grab them? Because you got to go stand in that line. Can you push my carts out to me? No. If the companies didn't have a contract with Home Depot, as much as I hate it, I'd have been at Lowe's. I guarantee. I mean, I get it. I get that they've got it. They're trying to keep people safe, and there's the city and the state have both given recommendations for the numbers of people that you're allowed in each building, depending on its size or whatever. Excuse me. And I get that, but that's pushing the rules. I think that's being too regimental on the rules. You should be able to bend them a little bit. It's like when I went to Home Depot for the plants the other day, and they wouldn't let me grab the plants, walk 10 or 12 feet to the register, and then turn around and walk back out again. I wouldn't even be in the store. I was in the garden section, But no, they wanted me to go stand in that long line, 90 degrees, and I don't remember what the humidity was. It was high. I couldn't breathe. And, not this dude. So, not when there's alternatives anyway. So, it's a different story. I guess I don't know if they have a disabled waiver or what. Like, if I was sitting out there in a wheelchair, if they come and say something. I don't have a wheelchair anymore, but it used to be like if you went to Disney. I've got bad ankles, bad knees. I've broken my hip. I got bad back. I've broken my back a couple times. So, after a while, things just they don't work the way they were. So we'd grab a wheelchair to go walk around Disney, and first in the morning you load it up with all your stuff, and you use that. Did the same thing down in Daytona, and you just wheel the wheelchair in, and they give you special treatment. It doesn't like Disney would come and say, oh, you got a wheelchair, come up here to the head of the line, and the whole crew goes up to the head of the line, whether you're sitting in it or not. And the same thing happened at Daytona 500. Come walk in, I've got the wheelchair in front of me, and like they pulled you out of the line where they're going over everybody, and they brought me and my entire group up, and did a quick check and let us go through. So, just I guess it's a convenient thing for them, and it just seems like the right thing to do. Maybe not so much for myself, but some people are actually sitting in that wheelchair. They need it a whole lot more than I do. I only need it occasionally, or even not a wheelchair. If I got my cane or whatever, but like I can't stand in that long line. My back would never put up with it. My ankles would be screaming. My knees would be screaming. But anyway, that's enough of ranting on that. I don't like to dwell on that part. I prefer to think that I'm up to a point now where, well, I could anyway before all this nonsense started. I was up to walking like a mile and a half on the beach, or whatever, and half the time I didn't even take my stick with me. So, I was getting to that point. I could walk all the way up the beach, and that had to do not so much not just with my ailments like my ankles and my knees, but also with my pacemaker. You have to build that up to a certain point too, and build your stamina up, and like where you can actually walk up the beach without having to stop every 12 feet and huff and puff like a steam locomotive. But I can well imagine most of that is whistle, 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 like the vice president was doing the other day every time he said an S. Well, yeah, I guess I imagine a lot of that. I'm going to get back out and do it again. A lot of my clothes, I don't know what's going on with that washer and dryer. My clothes are shrinking. So, yeah, oh, man. Anyway. I guess what today is Easter, isn't it? So I guess I'll give everybody out there everybody that celebrates a happy Easter. Passover, is it? Various religions have various holidays going on. So whatever your reason for the season, I hope you have a good one. Yeah. Anyway. I don't know. I guess I'm pretty much done. I don't have anything else really to cover. And once I sign out, of course, I'll have a dozen things running through my mind. But yeah, just gonna kick back today. I've got some things I need to catch up on. I got lazy with the dishes, or actually, it's not even a sink full of dishes. It's more bottles and cans and stuff like that need to be rinsed out. But maybe tackle back in another box out of the Chamber of Chaos and see what's back there. Maybe I'll do a what's in the box doc or something like that. But maybe not. We'll have to see what the day brings. And yeah. Let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down or thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. Go check me out on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. I'll have links in the description box wherever it happens to be on your device of choice. I also have links to similar videos, and you'll find my email, my snail mail, and yada, yada, yada. So, this is a point where I usually say if your loved ones are nearby, but I'm going to pause and say thank you to all you new subscribers out there and all the great comments I've been getting. I think maybe YouTube is part of the reason why I'm able to deal with this. I know I said it before, YouTube basically saved my life and pulled me out of a deep depression by posting these videos. I lost well over 100 pounds, and yeah, just nowadays I think it's helping. So if I'm helping you, just know that y'all are helping me too. So yeah, if your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I'll see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Swatchy, y'all. Bye-bye.